Guess what?
What, Sally?
We got chismes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of We Got Chisme. For a change, we are recording on Thursday, if you cannot tell by my energy. Fridays, I'm usually, today is like, yay.
For me, it doesn't matter today. I'm still. So I don't know.
No difference for Sabe.
I don't know what she ate. I don't know what's so high
I
up.
had coffee like maybe an hour or two ago. I had coffee.
Maybe that helps.
Maybe that helps. Who knows?
Who knows?
I just know I need to keep up this energy because after this, I need to do homework. So
Oh Jesus. Okay.
energy has to be up, 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 up.
Well,
Anyway,
let's
for
dive
all of you listening to us, happy Wednesday. Because Wednesday is when it releases, Abby. Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's why I don't get why you're saying that we're recording on Thursday. So I'm like, people don't give a damn when you record this. But we have to keep the hyper kid happy and say whatever she desires.
And the llama is back.
She found the llama. Hallelujah. The prophet
But
said,
apparently the cow died.
yep. The cow sacrificed himself to find the llama. Isn't that Eren's shirt?
That's Adam's shirt. He just put it on muff and he's just walking around with it.
Poor dog. Poor dog.
Okay, sorry. Brief interruption. My mouth.
What a boomer.
So for today, we have a very interesting episode. And this is going to be about friends with benefits, that weird stage that you're in the middle when you're like, what are we? Which, by the way, that's the title of this episode. What are we? Trying to find out to see if, you're just friends with benefits, if you're worthy a relationship or things like that.
Or a situationship.
Or a situationship. Yeah, of course. I mean, situationships are like very, very popular right now.
I mean, it's essential. Friends with benefits, but they call it situationship, I guess, to make it feel less official.
Less official, like he says. But yep. So for the first story we have, it comes from the subreddit Relationship Advice.
Mm-hmm.
And the title is I, female 35, think I am in love with my friends with benefits, male 36. Ooh. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. About 5 years ago, I, 35 female, came out of a long relationship with my ex-boyfriend. I swore to myself to never be in a romantic relationship again. At first, it was amazing. I reconnected with old friends, met new friends at work, spent more time with my family, and found a cute apartment. But about 1 year ago, I started to miss sex. I started online dating with just the intention to meet people for sexual reasons. It was great. For emotional connection, I had my friends, my family, and my dog. And for sexual desires, I used the men I found on the dating app. But in September 2025, I met this guy, 36 male. The sex was incredible. But of course, I told him in the beginning how I just wanted sex and nothing else. We met every other week and always had a good time. But after time went by, he started asking if I wanted to have dinner with him or go watch a movie. But I always denied, and I told him again and again I just wanted sex.
I see where this is going.
But since a few weeks, something in me has changed. After we finished, I started staying a little bit longer. We started talking about different things. Turns out we share some interest, and he's a really cool guy. He's funny and smart, and I really started to enjoy talking to him. We also started messaging throughout the day, and I am catching myself smiling whenever I see a message from him. I guess I am in love, but how can I tell it to him after I told him I just wanted sex? I am afraid he does not want a romantic relationship.
Está bruto se hace.
That means is she dumb or she's just pretending?
Yeah, that because like, bitch, really? You still need to ask that question, ask yourself out loud, and you have your answer, pendeja. Because come on, do you think like if he doesn't want you there, he's like, I need my space. Can you go?
That's
I mean,
true.
that's what I will say. I'm like,
That is so true.
like,
Oh yeah,
me
Sabi
from
has experience on this. Let me preface this because he was a player back in the day, back before he met the love of his life.
the fact that I attract pure crazy people trying to get with me, that's something completely different, and that I have to. That's something completely different. The only thing that's remind me is just Sparrow, like, shoot, shoot, shoot. So, but yeah, uh, dumb, dumb. But okay, but let's see what else she say.
No more. We have no updates. This was posted a month ago.
No updates.
No updates. I
Okay,
was
then I'm gonna
checking.
bust her. Pendeja, like really, girl? You have to ask yourself that questions. Like, why don't you try to interact a little bit more? Now you be the one who invite him over for a coffee. You enjoy the conversation with him. So what does that tell you?
The fact that he asked you technically to dinner or a movie means he likes you.
Yeah, but that was a
And
few months ago. You know,
yes,
not
but
so
he,
like, what if he
okay, let's
had the
face it.
situation?
If he had feelings for her and he realized she doesn't want a relationship, he would have been out of there for a while. He's still there for hope. Maybe hoping that
Um,
she's going to change her
wait,
mind, and now she is.
you know,
Oh,
I'm
guys,
talking
I'm not
about.
that way.
No, you told me you are. You just want for chaka chaka. Then I look another one that wants something better. And when I find somebody who I want to commit with, so I leave the chaka chaka with this one, and that's it. Simple. Like that's what you want. I respect you. That's fine. But that then the guy know like, okay, so I cannot bark to this tree for more than chaka chaka.
Well,
Because
I say,
he asked
yeah, I will say go for
several
it.
times.
Go for it. And technically, that's what the first comment said. The top comment says, one life, one shot, shoot it. Good luck.
Exactly. It's more than chaka chaka, girl.
Another comment says, I think the healthiest thing is to share your feelings, and if they're not mutual, you let him go and stop the friends with benefits. If they're mutual, enjoy. Yeah. Someone else gives her like a lot of advice. It says, it's okay to change your mind in life and be afraid of the outcome. Life happens and life changes as we do our needs and desires, but we must communicate the changes when needed to advocate for ourselves. Something along the lines of, hey, I know I mentioned I was only interested in a casual thing, but my feelings might be shifting. I had loved to go on a proper date and see if we connect on more than just the physical side. Would you be open to that? You have to get the message across somehow. He does not know if you don't tell him. Three options for you. One, tell him you want romance and you lose him, and the sex equals no worries, move on. Two, tell him you want romance plus do not lose the sex, but no romance, no worries, keep going. Three, don't tell him plus stay the way it is equals okay, then keep going. What else can you do?
I mean, at least she gives her options.
Yeah, she's like, onward, fellow female, you got this, regardless of the outcome, best of luck. And I was trying to see if we have any messages from OP, but I don't see that she commented at all. But I don't know if you did tell him, man, whichever the outcome, I will appreciate an update.
I mean, she haven't come back to say that her heart is broken, so probably worked out.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we get an update. It's been a month.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, let's move on to story number 2. So I'm sorry, this comes from the subreddit Off My Chest. And the title says, I fell in love with the wrong person and it's tearing me apart. Hello, everyone. I really need to talk, and this sub seems like the right place for that. Thank you in advance to those who take the time to read me. So here it is. I've been working at the same company for several years now, and there is a colleague from another department that I care about more than anyone else. I should point out that apart from some sports activities we do with colleagues, we almost never see each other. She works in a different department quite far from mine. I am female 23 and she has just turned female 27. Everything about her appeals to me, not just physically, but her personality, the way she moves and speaks, the way she thinks, the way she is. Several months ago, around the end of last summer, we started going out, just the two of us, and we did it quite often. Every time felt very romantic. At first, we were shy, but little by little, we opened up to each other, became more affectionate, held hands, hugged. She gives the best hugs I've ever had. We went to beautiful places, shared many lovely things, and realized we had so much in common. Interests, values, ways of thinking, musical taste. Basically, I have never met someone I feel so compatible and complementary with. The problem, and it's a big one, is that she already has someone. For context, yeah. For context, we're both bi. They have been together since they met at their school about 8 years ago. They live together, not far from where we work, and so on. Whenever she talks to me about her boyfriend, it's usually to criticize him. He's away for work too often. He doesn't like the things she likes. For example, she avoids going to amusement parks because he absolutely cannot handle them, even though she loves them, and so do I. Same with swimming pools or the sea. He hates swimming while she loves it, and I do too. Once she had something close to a burnout at work and started crying during an evening out. I was the one who managed to comfort her and make her laugh, while her boyfriend did not know how to help at all. Long story short, I feel like I could offer her so much more than her boyfriend. It feels unfair because I know her well and I know she's unhappy in this relationship. But she's too kind and too afraid of hurting others. She puts her own happiness aside. Yesterday, I sent her a message. Nothing happened between us, and we had not spoken for several months because we were both quite busy. And yet, here I am again, with shaking hands, butterflies in my stomach, all of it. I realized that even after resigning myself to the idea that I might never have the chance, and I never had a chance with her, even after deciding to take a break from relationships, I am still in love with her. She truly drives me crazy, and I want to do everything with her, give her everything, share everything with her. I do not know what to do or what to think anymore. I feel like I'm the bad person in this story. Being in love with someone who's already taken, secretly hoping they will break up so she can be happy with me. It really makes me awful and illegitimate. Illegitimate?
Mhm.
If any of you have any advice on what to do or similar experience to share, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for reading. So what's your advice, Sabe?
Mama, if she's been with him for 7 years, she's been going out, enjoyed her time with you, and she's still not mentioning anything to leave that person for 7 years, even though she puts her happiness aside for his. Bark to another tree, girl. Next, for your own well-being, because honestly, this is passing from being in love with somebody to the obsession with somebody.
To be obsessed with somebody.
Obsession. She's becoming obsessed. Leave the obsession to another girl. that can correspond to you, the
Bye.
friendship
So it
that
could be girl
you,
or boy.
whichever, whatever human being that you would like, prefer.
Girl, you have options. That's good.
You
That's
have,
really good.
you have plenty options, like a lot.
Yeah.
Again, it's understandable that some people it feels easier than others, and that's why maybe we heard it feels everything feels easier, but that doesn't mean that's the right person for you. I have met people that everything feels easy and I don't know, like friends, lovely, wonderful. Like a couple,
Nope.
no, no bueno, bad, fire. So you have to also take into consideration that even though they are your friend and her boyfriend doesn't like the same thing and that you can help her out when she's having some breakdowns, that doesn't mean that you are her person that she would like to spend the rest of his life. You don't know if that contrast between the interests that they have, that's what complement one another. So, you could be the fun friend to go out, have fun, stuff that we have in common. But girl, that's it. So bark to another tree. So sorry to say it that way, but yeah.
If you're feeling all these things and you're so happy with this person, even if they are not, corresponding that kind of love, imagine when you find the right person that does, how happy you're gonna be.
Exactly.
So
So
you should put yourself first and just go find someone who truly can give you what you need and what you want.
in somebody that can correspond to you to the
Mhm.
same, feelings and emotions. So you don't have to be like wishing secretly, like I hope they break up. At the end of the day, believe it or not, even though you're trying to seem like everything is cool, you mind it's come to often running on and on and on and on. So move on.
Move on. Move on. Our advice to you is move on. If you have to switch jobs, if you can, do it so you can put some distance and you don't have to talk to her anymore. Because if you keep trying to see her all the time and she keeps calling you, it's different. And I don't know, I will try to put as much distance as I can.
That would be confusing if she keep reaching out after she's trying to put distance. But again, it's you kind of see the pattern because whether the person is reaching out to you and nothing have changed in their relationship, it's just like you are the fun friend that she like to spend time with.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to call her off, but if that hurts you, that she sees you as a like the bestie instead of like the girlfriend, then the best advice that we can provide you is to just put your distance, like Denise advice.
Yeah, even though she did say that she doesn't see her unless they do some sport activities outside. Otherwise, she doesn't see her at work. So, no,
That's
my
a good start. That's a good start, but it's always safe to keep your
distance from that. Yeah, so you can heal and move on.
well, it's not like you can heal, it's like you can see things clearly.
Mhm. She's gonna be heartbroken because the only thing she can do is either distance herself, accept the reality, or tell her the truth, face the reality the hard way if she tells you no.
Reality girl, you're the third wheel. That's it.
Yeah. You're the one that takes all the
Accept it,
emotional
take it, leave it, ignore
baggage.
it.
Is it the word?
Hmm?
She's the one that takes all the emotional baggage, like her friend is just pouring everything to her. That's it.
Yeah, so it's either you take it, you leave it, it's up to you. But the girl already have expressed herself how she feels about you. Well, not really, but her actions speak values. So
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
decision is all yours.
Let's see. Top comment says, my advice, do not be the person waiting around for someone to realize you were there you were the wild time. Yes. This person, based on what you wrote, has been in an 8-year relationship since high school. That's a long time, almost a decade being with the same partner. Maybe you are correct and he's not right for her, but that is not your decision to make. Only she can do it. Keep in mind, people stay stuck in old patterns most of the time because they're too afraid of the what ifs. And what if I cannot find any better? What if he or she is the love of my life? She might be thinking like that or not thinking at all. My point is that you will waste valuable time, put yourself under a lot of mental stress trying to figure out what is she thinking with no real tangible results. You mentioned she's 27. At that age, a lot of people are considering to settle and start a family. I do not know her, but you do. Is this something she wants? If yes, can you give her that? Most importantly, are you willing, capable to compromise with her? Does the timeline align? Does your timeline aligns with her? School, work, family. What will you want out of a relationship with her long term, or is it just let's see where this is going? What does she really want? Think this is deeper than she enjoys rides. Just because two people enjoy the same thing, it does not mean they're compatible. Me and my coworker love tattoos, but we're far away from being best friends forever. These are all questions to ask yourself. Answer them truly to the best of your knowledge, and then consider if perhaps you're just mesmerized by what this person could be in your life rather than what she's truly in your life. I hope this helps. You know what? I really, really love this comment because it puts things into perspective. It's true. She's very young. She's 23. The other girl is 27.
Already older.
Mentality changed a lot with age.
It's so not big of a gap. It's just 5 years, but it's she needs to think also that way that unfortunately the other person have a little bit more experience in life than her, and at this point in time, she knows what she wants.
Exactly. That's the hard part because I've known couples that been together for like a long time and then she's older than him and then she wants kids. She wants to start family. She wants to get married. Meanwhile, he's like, I'm still enjoying life because I'm young and I don't want to get married and settle down. And sadly, these relationships usually do not last because they're not in the same page. But, they just keep waiting for the other person to change their mind, but it's just never going to happen. You have to be truthful from the beginning. Which is why I like that she told her, be truthful to yourself. Ask yourself this question. Do not go and try to ruin a relationship if you are not sure of it, And then the next comment, which I like, it says, shoot your shot and walk away is my best advice. I like the chaos around it. She's like, tell her how you feel in person if possible and see what happens. I have done it before and it did not work out how I had hoped, but I found someone better. You will not regret the attempt. You will regret not trying. And this was posted 76 days ago, and we do not have an update either. Sorry, Sabi. I'm making this to you. I'm doing this to you, not update.
No, but that's okay because that way, most likely the outcome of this would be like, bye everybody. It was bad. It most likely was bad, so that's why she's not
updating.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like the first comment say, which was a great comment by the way, is that the other person is already mature enough to know what they want, and they might see her, even though they go out enjoy themselves company, they might see her like I said before, like a bestie. Because she never said like they went a little bit the extra mile more than just do things that best friend do, pretty much. So, and even though, like I said before, she might feel very comfortable with her. And
yeah.
Like go easy, feel easy, but that doesn't mean anything, unfortunately. So move on, girl. Next, and we hope that your mental health stay intact and you don't kill yourself about these things. Don't burn yourself out.
Yeah. Like do not stress too much over it.
Correcto.
Okay. That was good advice. Let's move on. Story number 3, and the title is I'm sorry, it comes from this already. Am I the asshole? And the title is, am I the asshole because I did not tell my friend with benefits, the friend zoned me that I was getting married? I know the title is stupid, but it's accurate. I had a friend with benefit, Lisa. I caught feelings and asked her if we could be more. She said that I was a nice guy and that she enjoyed the sex, but she could not really imagine a relationship with me because I was a man whore. She said we should just go back to being friends.
A man whore?
A man whore. She called him a slut.
I mean, doesn't that make her any difference since she's enjoying with him? I'm just curious.
I think that she's thinking that he's okay to have sex with, but he's not okay to
Like,
being in a relationship because he will cheat on her or he will not take her seriously because he wants to be with a lot of people. I have said that before to guys.
main
I have said that before, not main whore, but I have said, I will never ever see myself in a relationship because I know how you are. Because when you're friends with a guy will tell you everything that they do. Be like, oh yeah, I did this, I went out with this, and I the next day with this, and I did that, and I lied to this person, so you know exactly how they are. And then they'd be like, hey, do you want to be something else? There's no way. There's no way. No way. But yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot sometimes. And sometimes it's just not the right person. That's it. But anyway, so she said, no, because you're a man whore. And she said we should just go back to being friends. So we did. She dated a bunch of other guys, and I met a few women I like. We stayed friends, and I never pushed for more, not even going back to how I was. I started dating my fiancée, Laura, a few years ago, and she became friends with Lisa. She knows about our past relationship, and she's okay with it as long as I respect her boundaries, which I always have and will. We got engaged last weekend. No wedding plans yet, but she is the one. Lisa called me yesterday and asked me if I got engaged, and I told her yes. She asked me why would I do that since she was waiting for me to break up with Laura so we could try again now that I have proven I can be in a relationship. I told her that we could not be friends anymore, and I immediately told Laura what happened. She told me I shouldn't, not couldn't, hang out with Lisa anymore. I told her that I already said we could not be friends. A few of her friends from college have told me I'm a dick for cutting Lisa out since I knew she always had a thing for me. I say that nobody informed me that I was her backup plan. I would not have been interested if I had known. I am no one's second choice. Lisa did ask me to have a coffee with her to talk. I went after I told Laura what I was up to. Lisa said that I was an asshole for not telling her that I was serious about Laura and that I was planning on getting engaged. She was waiting for me to tell her so she could tell me that she was ready for me now. What? She said she did not realize how serious we were since Laura and I do not live together. We do not live I'm sorry, we both live with our parents to save money for life. My folks are semi-retired and spend 9 months of the year away on vacations. Laura's parents are happy to have her there to help with younger siblings. I know I made the right decision cutting her off, but I'm wondering how the F I was supposed to know. I'll be honest, if Lisa had told me in the first year of my relationship with Laura that she was ready, I might have considered it. Laura and I were dating, but not serious. How is it my fault if she never informed me? If I was Laura and I read that, I would be so offended. What do you mean in the first year of the relationship you were thinking about someone else?
no, because it's pretty much you still getting to know the person around that time. Oh, so sorry. You're still getting to know the person. It's
I
not
would still be offended.
not really. At the end of the day, she was, they get to know another a little bit deeper and then get to the conclusion that they would like to get together and spend the rest of their life with one another. So the other one though, is a stupid bitch.
The crazy
Like
Lisa.
what the fuck, girl? At least let them know, like that's the backup plan. Because like what he does read man now.
She was just waiting for him to break up with her.
I'm like,
She can jump in and be like, I'm ready now. Well, sucks
well,
to be you.
that just told you she's psychotic,
You lost your chance, girlie.
and he dodged a bullet because she's in a little.
Cuckoo.
I guess she is one of those girls like you have to guess what she's thinking before she think of it, and surprise her with whatever she might think in the future before she thinks about it. That's the type of girl that
That
she's.
was confusing.
I know that's my point.
That she's
That is my
confusing.
point. She sounds like a complicated person. Even though she was good for the chaka chaka, just leave it as is and leave it in the past. Exactly. Do we have any update from this gentleman in distress?
No, but we have a few comments.
Shall we read the comments?
Top comment says, "Not the asshole. She cannot friend zone you and then call dips. Sounds like you were her plan B." And then Opie says, "And if she had told me that, I might have acted accordingly."
Okay, now
then,
he is now he's
right?
himself up. Like what the fuck?
Thank you.
Like at least I would say like I wouldn't say like I didn't know, but I wouldn't say that, especially since you're engaged now. It's like
It makes me
your
think that he's just punishing her at this point. He's like, "No, I will not be with you." And then all of a sudden, before the wedding, he's gonna call off the wedding and run to this girl, or he's gonna be with her having an affair. I don't know. I will not trust. I told you, okay, if nobody knows this yet, which you should know, I am jealous. I will never trust that. You are not meeting with her ever again. Never. That woman is crazy, and seriously, I think you have feelings for her. Because what the heck? And if she had told me, I might have acted accordingly. What if Laura says this? What if Laura sees this?
well, Laura, you finding out who you're dealing with. Good luck to you, girl. You still have time to make a wise decision. Whether the decision, it's within you to know, and not for me to tell.
Yeah.
So find out.
Yeah.
And this douchebag, what the fuck, dude? Make up your mind.
Right? Anyway, he says that. And then somebody comments on that and says, "Good thing she didn't tell you then. You dodged a bullet." I wonder if anybody says that. Because somebody also comments on that, says, "Dodge will be an intentional action to avoid. OP just said that they would have been happy to stick around as someone else's plan B. It seems that only through lack of communication, they did not stick around to jump into the bullet."
Exactly. But again, she
They say
didn't
OP is not
communicate.
consistent with their statements, which is true.
Yeah, but it's like I told you at the beginning, like the girl wants to friend zone him, he move on, find somebody else. And since she friend zone him, like you already said something, so I respect your decision, I'm moving on. But this pendeja think like, oh, I haven't eaten at the palm of my hand, so I can just say any moment and he will come run at me. Which kinda is looking like that now after his comments. But
Somebody actually says that, and they say, "For real, have a little more respect for yourself and your fiance, LP." I'm going around in the comments repeating how you will have left for this selfish ass Lisa chick is honestly a big red flag on you. Which is so true. I'm wondering if he has more comments saying that because everybody's putting the acted accordingly. What do you mean? You see, I'm not the only one.
like he's shooting himself in he's hanging himself up.
Okay, somebody commented something, but we cannot see the comment anymore because the user deleted it. But OP comments, like answers that and says, "That makes sense. It is the vibe I am getting. I never look back after she say no, though. Laura is 100% easier to understand. She just told me what's what."
Maybe he liked the mystery box.
Maybe. I never heard like you found a good one. Take care of Laura. Maybe somebody in the comment was saying the same thing that you did, that everybody has to read her mind.
Yeah. Because that sounds like she. Well, anyways. So, yeah. You kind of an asshole with the comments, not with the story, but in the comments, you are big asshole.
Yeah, the comments, you're a big asshole. You're not giving me good vibes. Red flags, red flags, red flags everywhere. If I had something, I have something red here. Red, 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 red. I'll buy those flags that you can do it.
Denise is getting psychotic. Just FYI.
Anyway, let's move on from this.
The psychotic episode that you just have right now? Sure. And let's move on to the next story as well. So that way
No, no,
psychotic cycle. Jeez.
no. I was
Coffee
gonna say
has.
let's move
Okay.
back from this X-Men whore in quotes because I don't know if he still is. After that comment, very sus, my guy.
We don't have update on this, right?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Now that I know of, wait, actually, let me go check on the person. Let's see. No, we do not have it.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, I already say everything that I needed to say. Yeah, Denise,
But
I don't know what kind of people
he does have extra comments. Like, I think somebody said, not the asshole. She tried to keep you as an insurance future. Tough luck for her. You move on. Congratulations on your engagement. And he's like, thank you. Yeah, it's just weird. How was I supposed to know she had a plan if she didn't share it? And then someone says, men are supposed to read their minds. Good luck on your marriage, not the asshole. And then Opie is like, do not need to do with Laura. She tells me exactly what is up. After she graduated from university, she told, not asked, me that we had 1 month to figure out what we wanted out of a relationship. I was fully in love with her in 2 weeks.
Well,
But okay, no. You were fully in love with her in 2 weeks, but then you say that if this other girl will have come and say, "Hey, I actually waiting for you to break up because I do want you now," he will have reconsidered it. But you were in love with her in 2 weeks.
for what I think, I think he likes to be told what to do.
What do you mean?
You not noticing the pattern?
He likes to be. He likes to be
Like to
told
be
what
told
to
what
do.
to do. Yeah.
I
Like
guess.
he goes with the flow, but just tell me what to do and I do it.
I'm
So I
trying to read
guess
this comment, but I cannot find it.
he's that type of guy. By the way that he's writing these comments, yes.
He's fighting. A lot of people.
That's the vibe that he's giving.
A lot of people got the same vibe that I did, so I'm not crazy. Let's move on.
You're not crazy. You just have a psychotic episode. I don't know what the coffee has on it. Do you
Red
put
flag,
powder?
red flag.
You put powder in the coffee?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next story then.
Next and last story of the day. So this one comes from the subreddit, Best of Redditor Updates. And the title is, I, 28 male, think my friend with benefit, 27 female, has feelings for me. I do not know how to navigate it. So, original post was April 14, 2025. Says, so about 6 months back, I went out for drinks with some friends. One of which was Chris, fake name, obviously. Chris and I have known each other since we were in middle school, and were never super close, but were always good friends, if that makes sense. She got wasted and was being flirted with by another guy in the group who was sober, which sent off alarm bells for me. So when we were all walking to our apartments, he had lingered instead of going to my apartment. I ended up crashing on her couch. I mean, I'm guessing he was helping her. The next morning, while we were having breakfast, she admitted she found me cute. Really appreciated what I did the night before. I wanted to know if I'd be up for a friends with benefits situation. So ever since, we have been just that. We had both just gotten out of relationship at the time, and surprisingly, this friends with benefits situation resulted in us actually becoming really close friends, to where we now actually just hang out more often than. Okay, we actually hang out to hang out more often than we hang out specifically with the intent to sleep with each other. Well, before we had a pretty strict no stay in the night rule, because for her that felt like a step beyond friends with benefits. But late last month, she asked if I'd be willing to stay the night because I just really need someone to cuddle with tonight. And I did not think anything of it and obliged. But now it's become more every time we do it for one of us to end up staying the night at the other's apartment. She's also been making more overtly flirty comments towards me when we are with friends, which was another rule we had because we wanted to keep things private. Problem is, I do not know that I share her feelings. She's amazing, do not get me wrong. Beautiful, cannot undersell this. I work in a field where I work with models on a regular basis, and most of them do not compare. No idea why she picked me of all people. Brilliant, driven, and one of the kindest people I know. This girl volunteers at a soup kitchen weekly. I have been incredibly grateful to have gotten closer to her over the last 6 months. I think she's one of those people that people you're lucky if you get to meet even once in your life. I know once feelings get involved, there is no real going back to strict friends with benefits, but I would also rather get buried alive than hurt her. So I would love some advice on how to handle this. Um, I think you like her. What do you think?
He's an idiot. Like, really. How to handle this? I do. Ask her out. Talk to her.
He said he doesn't know if he shares the feelings.
That's why. Ask her out. Okay, let's go for a coffee. Start small. Trying to get some more conversation on and see how is the feeling outside of the chaka chaka. Because one thing could be that you like how the chaka chaka goes with her, but something completely different could be when she's interacting with you in interpersonal level. That's gonna be completely different. So you might, yes, you know stuff that she does. That's fine. But now, um, when you start doing stuff with her, that's when you start to getting to know the person. So just invite her out for a coffee, see how the conversations go, how you're feeling, and if it does, continue, doing small progress. And that way you will notice yourself whether you like her or not, and that you want to pursue something more serious. But if you from the chaka chaka, you say like, "Can you be my girlfriend?" Like, pendejo. And like, what's up with these people? They don't talk to themselves. Like, they don't think. They don't have two neurons in their brain. Like, they can functional.
Wow, Sabi is very savage today.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm very rough to this week.
I see that.
I know, but
There is nothing wrong with being confused.
confuse my ass.
You just have to take a deep look in your feelings and then realize if you really like this person or not, which I think you do, but I want to tell you what to do. So you might, just try to figure out what you want.
Ask her out for a coffee. That will tells you
And
a
you don't want to
lot.
give her false hopes. That's the thing.
That's not it. When My point is that when you ask a dude to be friends with benefits, it's just for chaka chaka, right? So you come in, chaka chaka, ow, whatever. The dude is like, full of, continue his life. All the other person too, because that's the agreement. It's just for physical reliefs. Fine. But when you ask her a person like for a normal thing that anybody does in a daily basis, and you just study them a little bit, how they behave, the way that they speak, the way that they speak to others. I might have friends with benefit with you, and I might tell you I'm the saint of all saints,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But that doesn't necessarily mean it's true because I'm not taking you serious. I'm just taking you for a physical release, and that's it. So just ask her out for something simple, a coffee. See how she acts, see how she is, how she interacts with others. That will tell you a lot and will clear a lot of your doubts. But you need to take the first step and just initiate a little bit more, go a little bit more deeper in this case. In the emotional level, I must say, because you apparently are going already very deep in the other sense.
Okay. Yeah, sure, you can do them. I don't know. They've been hanging out a lot beside that. So I think he already knows how she is.
Well,
Because
but
they have not just been sleeping and doing it, they also been just hanging out, just watching movies and things like that. So he already knows. I think he just needs to search his feelings and be like, hey, do I really like her and want to be in a relationship or not?
let me repeat myself one more time.
Is it not the same to hang out than going out for coffee?
No, 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 no. I'm just gonna repeat myself what I said in the previous stories actually because it's the same shit.
Oh, okay.
Dude, like what the F? Like what is you confused about? If she's hanging, do you think a lady would like to hang out with you if she wants to use just for a meat? For your meat?
His confusion is whether he likes her or not, I
He
think.
does like her or not. Otherwise he wouldn't be hanging out with her. So, my boy, listen to yourself, take a few days, think it through, meditate a little bit. Ask yourself, do I see with this person in a few years? Most likely you will say yes. So there you have your answer. You try your shot. It works. Great. You don't. Oh, next. So we are, we have, we live too short of a life on this earth to just be doubting and have those doubts eating your head and, getting you down and overthinking. When the love of your life can be passed by your window and you don't notice him because you there just confused about whether this girl like you or not, or if you like her or not. Like, come on, my guy, let's explore out there, explore yourself, because it seems like he's emotionally mature for.
About that, I don't want to assume things. I'm just saying he's confused. But let's move on to read some comments. Um, top comment is, I think this is unavoidable. Two close friends who know each other and sleep together are bound to get attached. There are not many options. One, no more friends with benefits, just friends. Two, no more friendship, just the benefits. As for navigating it, if you do not want to be in a relationship, you can let her know. It's likely that the friendship will get messy, and it's quite possible that you will need to take some space from each other until you can reset the friendship. I am of the belief that ultimately friends with benefits do not really work on the long term. They are temporary situations for all parties until one finds a partner or gets attached to the other party. And then OP says, I do kind of dread the conversation. I know it's something I have to do, but she's my best friend in the entire world, and I will do anything for her. I just do not think I share romantic feelings for her. Part of it might be that the relationship I got out of shortly before we started this with her ended particularly badly and very much exploded, and I do not know if I'm ready for a relationship with anyone, honestly. At the same time, I dread if I tell her it could harm our friendship. And then someone comments on that and it's like, not having this conversation is being unfair to her. She's getting strong along, maintaining the hope that you might want to be with her down the road. This prevents her from moving forward and potentially seeking a romantic partner. It's impossible to know what the friendship will turn into, but you both implicitly accepted the consequences when you started sleeping with each other. She will hurt on the short term, but will surely be thankful knowing that she can make an informed decision regarding the nature of you guys' relationship. And then OP says, a totally fair point. I only really had all of this click this morning when I came here to make a post. I do not know that I've been I do not know that I have even fully processed if I'm entirely honest. But I know she's off work. I think it's probably time to pull the band-aid off. I do not even know that a relationship with her in the future is completely off the table, but I do not think at this moment I might have to be, because I do not know if I'm in a position to have a relationship with anyone. Oh my God. There is another comment at the bottom.
Read it.
He says, OP says, we had a brief conversation and it was exactly as I suspected. I told her upfront that I was not in a good place to be in a relationship. Frankly, I have likely trust issues and stuff right now I've got to work through first in therapy. I told her that I think the world of her, but that at this point in my life, I'm not ready to enter a committed relationship. She said she understood and then hung up. I'm going to give her some space and let her lead reaching back out if she chooses to.
Yeah, that's the worst possible answer you can provide, but at least you were honest. At least you put the tables on the cards on the table, so, and you let her make her decision. So you give it a shot.
He has so many comments. He's saying basically the same thing. She's a wonderful human being, but never felt romantic feelings for her. I think I do have my feelings more or less figured out. I do not share the feelings that she has. But a lot of comments, he's going back and forth because some of them, I made a mistake jumping the bullet, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe he's bipolar.
I don't know, but we do have an update.
Oh, this one have an update, great.
This one does have an update. So the first post, remember, was April 14, 2025. This one is April 20, 2025. No, I'm sorry, April 16, 2025. April 20 is another update, wow. April 16, 2025 says, well, I did not really expect to have an update this soon or at all. I suspect it will be the only update. After the first post, I called her and told her I suspected she had feelings. I was right. And told her that I did not have feelings and was not ready for a relationship out of the panic of the situation. Thankfully, it was therapy day. I talked things out with my therapist about how I have serious fears about getting back in a relationship, how those fears made me react way too quickly, and how now things potentially collapse. And I have re examined how I feel about her. After therapy, I just let myself sit with things for a while. And then I called her. Call went to voicemail. So I texted her and let her know I wanted to talk and I wanted to do it in person if she was willing. She texted back and said she was willing to meet for dinner to hear me out. So I laid everything out for her, how my last relationship fucked me up and how that made me panic when I realized she had feelings and act before I gave myself time to process. Then I told her how I really felt, that her voice is my favorite sound, how her smile is what I see when I close my eyes, all of it. And most importantly, that if she was willing to be patient with me, I wanted to give us a shot. Anyways, I'm taking her in a proper date this weekend. Yay! And then in the comments, Opie mentions that he already made some plans. There is a fancy restaurant in your city that she mentioned once, like 2 months ago, as someone who wanted to try one day, and I made reservations the second she agreed to hear me out. Do you want the second update? Sabi, you look like you're not happy with this news. Or like you knew what was happening already.
He's giving me bipolar vibes. So let's see the second update.
He's not bipolar. He's afraid, okay? He was afraid, and I get that.
Okay, he's a sensitive guy, very vulnerable. Let's read the next.
I mean, you don't know what he said that the last relationship really fucked him up.
That's okay. Let's move on with the next comment to see what's the update that this guy will provide us.
Hi, this one is April 20. Hi all. I just wanted to give a second and probably final update, unless we like get married or something. I just got home after spending basically all day yesterday and part of today with her. On a scale of 1 to 10, the date was an 11. The day after my last update, she and I had a long call while she was on lunch from her job. It was not really about anything specific, but I made up the excuse that I was doing photography at a local greenhouse later that day to steer the conversation to flowers. I found out her favorite flowers were lilies. Lucky me, I already knew her favorite color was pink. So I picked out a bouquet of pink lilies that day and I had them waiting. Then came Saturday. I got to her apartment and I swear nothing could have prepared me for the moment she opened the door. I have photographed models on a Miami beach at sunset. I have photographed landscapes in Iceland and Ireland. I have done a wedding on a small vineyard in Italy. I do not say any of that to brag. I said it because I thought I had a pretty good grasp on what was beauty in my experience. But the second she opened the door, the definition was changed for me. Her eyes were the first thing I noticed, of course. Her eyes are like these beautiful ice crystals in her head, and they were highlighted by this gorgeous tan dress. And the way her hair framed her face, her smile when she saw the flowers made me freeze completely. I literally turned into a stuttering mess. I have never had that happen in my life. I'm usually confident and hard to fluster, but this outstanding human being did it without trying. I finally managed to hand her the flowers and we took them in and put them in a vase. A couple months ago, she made an offhand comment about how she wanted to visit this upscale Italian restaurant in New York City, so that's where I had made the reservations. Well, the food was probably pretty good. I was too distracted by her to care that much about the food. She info dumped about how apparently lactose intolerance is a skill issue, her words, not mine. She does this cute thing where she will apologize for info dumping, and when I encourage her to keep going because I love hearing her talk, she bobs her head back and forth. It's a bit like watching a penguin dance. I do not know how else to explain it, but it makes me smile every time she does it. After that, we walk a block to see a bar because they had live music. We got a single drink each, and the band started playing Something by the Beatles. She made a comment about how it was her favorite slow song, So it felt like something to make a mental note of. So I asked her if she wanted to dance with me, and we did. Then it happened. She kissed me. It's weird. We've made out before, but this time it just felt different.
Because it's
It was
with feelings, dude.
It was the lights dim around. It was like the lights dim around us, and everyone else disappeared for a moment. It was just us in each other's arms. When she pulled back, she had to be sure. She had to be sure to jokingly remind me I nearly missed out on that. I ended up staying the night with her, and today we just lay in bed until like 11 p.m., just chatting and cuddling. After we finally got up, we went and got lunch together. We discussed what both of us want for the future. We both want kids. We both agree and we both wanted to adopt at least one of them to pull a kid out of the system and give them a good life. Our goals really seemed to align well. The only difference was she apparently wants a spring wedding. I always planned on getting married in fall because of photo opportunities. Guess I'm having a spring wedding. I know it's early to think about a wedding, but I had a realization. In the last 2 months, we have spent more days together than apart. I did the math earlier this week because a thought occurred to me, so I read through our text. From February 1st to April 12th, we only spent 32 days apart. We still talk on most of those days, over the phone or text, of course, and we spent 39 together. Of those 39, only 4 with explicit intent to sleep with each other. Yet somehow I still did not realize I was in love with this woman. Oh my God. Update 2. December 20, 2025. Hey you all, posting this with mod permission because I wanted to give you one final update. It's been a bit more than 8 months since I made my first post and update, and the two of us are still together. We moved in together about 2 months ago, which in my head feels like a short amount of time to date before moving in. But after discussing things, it does feel like we have been dating for much longer than 8 months, because for several months before that, we were basically dating already. When I made my first post, I was still dealing with the fallout of an incredibly toxic and abusive relationship that truly stained my ability to trust and allow myself to love. I'd be lying if I say that even through therapy, my trust issues have been resolved. But she's been so incredibly lovely and patient with me. She's genuinely just a spectacular human being. This is the first time a relationship has ever felt just simple. I do not feel like I have to perform for her, and generally my walls have finally come down. Well, shortly after she moved in, she started dropping the hints. She started talking about weddings, wanting to start a family, etc. Quite a lot. I'm generally bad at picking up hints, but these were obvious even to me. So I just asked if they were things that she wanted and what timeline she was considering. I wanted to be positive that if I were to propose, I already knew the answer was going to be yes. So I probably overly threw with her saying, yes, I want to marry you. I know she wants something romantic and grand, but I also know her as a person enough to know she has a lot of social anxiety. I know we have agreed on a fall wedding. Luckily, I know a lot of people in the wedding industry since I'm a photographer. So as long as a proposal is relatively soon, I can call in some favors and get things taken care of to make sure that she gets a wedding of her dreams. I also know that her dream vacation spot has always been Italy, which I have been to with clients in the past. Today, I booked the plane tickets. I told her that I have a photography gig I booked for March and that I wanted to bring her along since I know she's always wanted to go. I had a few choices of where to propose. I have deliberately on that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have deliberated on that for a couple of weeks now, but what I have landed on is the third day there. I'll be taking her to Rimini for the day, and near sunset, I will propose to her on the Ferris wheel there. It was one of the only things that ticked all the boxes for what she wanted. I will move the heavens and earth to make things perfect for her because it's what she deserves. So thank you all, especially to those of you that were there to tell me I was being irrational and dumb in my first post. Savvy. I remember being in that panic headspace. Honestly, I thought I was not worthy of her back then because I thought I was too damaged. I thought there had to be some horrible fate in store for me and tried to run some from those feelings. But I'm very glad many of you called me on it and got me to re-examine things. I've never felt so loved and fulfilled in my life. She's the first person in my life that I do not question if she has ulterior motives to being close to me. Frankly, she's not exactly a star for choices in the dating department, And if she did not truly love me, she could just find someone else at any point. For some reason, she's chosen me, and I'm going to cling on to that for the rest of my life if I can.
That's
The
right.
romantic is in me is screaming so loud right now.
Good for thing.
It was so beautiful.
Your
So
little boy has grown up, and very quickly, by the way. So good for them.
the way he described her on the first date and the vibe and how the whole world disappeared around them.
Hopefully, it's not raining when he's proposing.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It will be even more romantic if it does. It doesn't matter. They're in Italy, for God's sake. It doesn't matter if it's raining. You're still in a very romantic city.
True, 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 true. What?
You're going to Italy this year.
For birthday trip?
Okay. Nothing else in the agenda?
No.
Okay.
What? I don't need to have a ring to know what I have.
Oh, let me see them in romantic too. Oh.
Anyhow, good for you, my guy. Good for you. Shoot your shot. You confront your fears. You work on them, and you got your reward. So now make sure you take care of her, do everything you can, and since he finally said that his wall has come down, that's a great sign. So many good wishes. Hopefully everything goes smoothly in Italy, and hopefully she doesn't stay with Italian sausage in there. But you know I do. Best wishes to you and to your new fiance, soon to be fiance.
So excited for you. So excited. I'm so happy that you're working in therapy through this and that you're able to allow yourself to be happy because you deserve that. You're a truly romantic guy, and I applaud you for that. And I'm really, really sorry that someone took advantage of the sensitive side of you and tried to destroy it. But I'm glad they did not succeed and you found the perfect person for you.
You're very much. So
Perfect match.
good for you, my guy.
And
Keep
it's
it
the
up.
best feeling ever.
Yep, keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes. Okay, I'm so happy. This was a perfect story to finish for. I mean, with.
Sure thing it was. So be happy for this guy. So sorry to be so harsh on the beginning, but you didn't make no sense.
I mean, you were 100% in love with her. You just couldn't see it. But yeah, you got this.
Yeah. And for all of you that still see watching us, so we hope your brain works a little bit better than this do. It doesn't take you too long to realize what you like or what you don't like. But again, like computers that comes in all sizes and all processors, we also have people that come with different speed and processors, and it takes a little bit longer than others to come to the same conclusion. Pretty much saying that some people take their time, some others don't. Some people know how they want, some others just needs to find out. So yeah, whichever you are, if you're the bipolar person, the one that takes things slow, the one that takes things too quick. So just put yourself out there.
Okay, Sabi is talking about bipolar in the sense of you
Of
don't decide your things, not about the
undecided.
actual disease, which we shouldn't.
No, but the bipolar isn't that where your attitude changes. No, that's something completely different. And if you are, well, you definitely gonna find somebody who loves you. You guys are just amazingly interesting though to live in a daily basis. I think I live with one though. But what I'm saying is like in the term of like undecisiveness, um, some people takes sometimes to make up their mind. So which is fine too. So it's just need to make sure like the person that you're gonna be with understand this from the very beginning about you. That understand the way you think, your process, because some people might want to they might think in over 1,000 and you here thinking at 10. So good for you that you find your match. Good for you that you find somebody who was patient with you until you make everything happens. And good for you, everything is working out. And now you are deeply in love with this person. So,
El amor.
el amor
Let's celebrate love, people.
in depth. And yeah, that's it for today. If you
And don't be Lisa. Do not keep someone in the back burner. And then when they get engaged, be like, I was waiting for you to break up with her.
yeah,
Don't be Lisa.
avoid any Lisas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Red flag.
those are little dynamites trying to sabotage your life.
Yeah, and guy, you're also red flag, red flag.
Yeah. So anyhow, so I hope we guys enjoyed today's story. So they were quite entertaining today. So guys, so comments here and there if you're being like dummy for love. I'm sure Denise will love to read your stories down below. She will be fascinating to do so. I will be intrigued to read here and there to see what's up. And remember, the word normal is just non-existing. So just be yourself, put yourself out there, and just be honest with your feelings. That's all I can say. And until next time, our chismos
Bye.
is out.
Peace out.